Hey guys, another video for our fun parks and game centers in Japan playlist. This is Inuyama Monkey Park, also called Japan Monkey Park, which is in Inuyama in Aichi Prefecture. So as far as zoos go, it does have some good things going for it. So one is they have these aerial walkways all over the park so that the monkeys can actually go from one open space to another open space. So it probably gives the monkeys that are involved in that part of the park a fair good feeling of freedom moving around the park and moving around the trees and so on. So it's pretty funny too because it interacts with the humans. So look at this. Look at this. There's a walkway underneath one of the overpasses, so they've got that sign there. Look out for steamers falling on your head, and don't step in steamers. It's pretty good, isn't it? And then they've marked the ground with big yellow there with writing all over it. Look out for the monkeys above you, and look out for steamers, it says. And flashing red lights and umbrellas, so you can pick up an umbrella, walk underneath this walkway here, and then close up the umbrella and put it in that container, just to make sure that you don't get anything on your head. So, but great, it's not a bad park. It's not a bad monkey park as far as zoos are concerned. Lots of different people have lots of different thinking about zoos, don't they? Some people think that it's good to encourage people to love animals and so on, which can help then protect animals if people love them. Other people think that zoos are bad and there's nothing good about them at all. So whichever your opinion is, this video is just basically showing this place because it exists. A lot of the things that we show on the Japan channel, some of the things we show on the Japan channel aren't popular with some people. Quite often we cover a topic that people don't like, but it's just the way it is. It's our job to show what exists in Japan. Hey, check this guy out too. Watch this guy. How good's that? See, he's happy. He's happy enough in the zoo. He doesn't care, does he? He's a happy one. So yeah, we cover what exists. So sometimes people don't like it. If it's a topic that people don't like, sometimes they don't like it. But it's not really our place to decide that things aren't good, so we're not going to cover them. We figure that we'll just cover it all. So, but as you can see, these particular folks are living a pretty good life out in the open there. They've got a few different enclosures around the place and they can just move between them using these aerial walkways, and they actually have sort of doors, electronic doors along these walkways that they can close and open. So they seem to use that to control which monkeys are in which part of the park and separate different species, because it does seem to be that they keep different types of monkeys away from each other. You can see the electronic door up there, and also this big dome too. They were closing and opening doors to this dome, letting different monkeys in and out, and not letting other monkeys in it. So obviously have to be careful with which ones fight each other and so on. Don't know what that dome's really about, really. There was monkeys in there and then they left, and some other monkeys came in there and they just seem to hang around in there and climb up things and climb down things, and then off they go again. So possibly it's just an opportunity for people to get a look at these guys a bit closer to the ground and give those guys something else to do, I guess. There's a few climbing things in there. This is another area, another species of monkey, another type of monkey. Not quite as interesting as the other place. They can't move around quite as much, but a fair bit of climbing activity there. They got fresh water and a pond. A little bit more barren than the other parts of the park, but a few trees there, not too bad. It did vary. The different monkeys here had different environments, some better than others. This is pretty cool. This is a little island in the middle. You can get to it over that bridge there through a couple of double doors, and then on the island there's just small monkeys just wandering around. So you go over there and they just wander around the feet and run between your legs and disappear into the trees, and That's pretty cool. This is a little bit sad. This is a baboon enclosure, which is a bit old school, isn't it? It's a bit old school zoo. It's all concrete and steel frame, and pretty sad really, that one. Pretty sad, pretty disturbing, that environment. But again guys, we're just showing it to you. Tend to get a lot of thumbs down on videos like this because people get emotional when they see a sign like something like that and thumb it down. They don't seem to realise that they're actually thumbing down the fact that we made the video rather than thumbing down the animals in a not so good enclosure, you know. That tends to be the way it goes. But anyway, again, we just got to show you what's here. A couple of lemurs there. That wasn't too bad, that enclosure. Wasn't too bad. It's not the jungle, but there it is. Another little island style one. Some monkeys must not be so keen on water. A lot of the enclosures didn't have fencing. They only had water, which is pretty cool because you can just stand there and look at the animals like this and there's no fence. But quite surprising. Would have thought that monkeys wouldn't have been so scared of water, but apparently. This is one of their inside areas. They had lots of little cages with smaller monkeys in there, including this dude. Looks like a wise old man. Check him out. Pretty cool. Yeah, this is a little bit old school too. A whole row of these all in a row with different monkeys in them. They look a bit like jail cells, don't they? It was a little bit sad. So there's a big study centre at this place. They have a lot of people that study primates. So Japan Primate Centre or something like that. So they study these guys. But again, a little bit small. And here again, interesting contrast to that one we just looked at. Look at this. This is excellent. This is their lemur enclosure. And it's really open. Really, really nice. What they're doing there, the kids are standing with their hands above their heads holding the food because they're taking turns. So one person will put the food down for the lemurs and the lemurs come over, and then when he's finished his, one of the other kids will put their food down. So it's just to keep the lemurs all in one little group there to make it sort of interesting for photos and things. But again, this seemed like a pretty good enclosure, and most of the people aren't allowed behind that fence, and for the rest of the enclosure the lemurs could go free, but the people couldn't. The people had to stay at the paths. But as you'll see here, the lemurs were all walking around on the railings in between the people anyway, by choice. And these other people didn't have any food. They were just climbing up there and looking at the people and coming and going as they please. So they seemed pretty happy too. That seemed pretty cool. They seemed to quite like the people actually, which was sort of interesting. So yeah, not a bad place. Not a bad place. Mostly. I guess by supporting it, by going there, probably if we give them some more money, they'll keep making these new, better enclosures, which is pretty good. But anyway, it exists. The Inuyama Monkey Park, or the Japan Monkey Park in Inuyama in Aichi, and we'll put a link on this video so you can get more information if you're coming to Japan and you want to go there. Hope you found that interesting. More videos coming soon.